right. Hello to the students that are joining us into this session this evening. I'd like to welcome you all to our Reno Virtual College Fair. Students, I just want to go over a couple of reminders before we pass it off to our first presenter. You have your camera and microphone are off, so our panelists can't see or hear you, but they do want to answer your questions. So feel free to use that Q&A button that's at the bottom of your screen, and one of our panelists will get back to you with those answers. Also, students, know it doesn't have to be that time when the panelist is presenting. When you ask your questions, you're free to ask questions throughout the session at any time. And also, please keep an eye out for more sessions that are happening in the future and upcoming events. Even this evening, there are more sessions, and this recording will be available on the same website where you registered for this session. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it off to our presenter from the University of Alabama.
Good evening, afternoon, evening, everybody. My name is Derek Fossey. I'm a regional recruitment manager with the University of Alabama. My email address is right there if you need me. My phone number is as well. I'm actually based in Phoenix, so I cover the Desert Mountain Southwest region all the way out to California and up to the border of Nevada and Oregon. If you point your phone at that QR code, you will be able to see an interactive admissions guide. However, if you don't have a chance to get that on your phone before I switch slides in a second, I can email that to you if you follow up with me at that email address. Starting with us, we have about 38,000 students from all 50 states. We're pretty unique in that most of our students come from out of state. And as you can see, it's not just the Southeast. California, Illinois, New York are in our top 10. And in fact, we do get more students from the Southwestern US than we do from parts of the South, such as Kentucky, Arkansas, and Mississippi. For any seniors out there, our application is now open. We are test optional. We don't require any essays or letters of recommendation in order to be admitted to Alabama. And in general, we're looking for a student with about a 2.5 GPA in order to be admitted. In order to qualify for some of our scholarships that I'll talk about, you do need to score a little bit higher than that, but our application process is incredibly easy. And one of my jobs is to walk students through that throughout the entire way. For out-of-state students, we are pretty well known for our academic programs. We have 70 undergraduate degrees that make up about 200 programs of study. Some of our academic degrees do have multiple concentrations or minors associated with them that allow students to get a little bit more in depth. Coming from Nevada, some of our more popular programs are business, engineering, and pre-med. All of our programs on campus are very hands-on. We really strive to make sure that we have a hands-on, get your hands dirty instead of just sit in a classroom kind of approach. And in fact, the Princeton Review has us #2 in the country for internship placement. So if you want to do it, then you're looking at the right place. There's just a quick snapshot of all of our degree programs. Don't worry if there's something you can't find. If you reach out to me for that admissions guide link, I will be able to get you the exact book that this slide came from. Like I said, business, engineering, pre-med are the most popular programs, but as you can see, we have quite a bit more. We're also pretty well known for our honors college. We do have 2 separate requirements in order to be admitted to honors, whether you've taken an ACT or SAT and want to submit it or not. In general, we are looking for about a 3.5 weighted GPA if you submit those tests and meet those testing qualifications, or a 3.7 weighted core GPA if you don't. Some of the benefits of Honors College are listed there. That class size caps at 15 students for our honors seminar classes. We do have multiple residential communities for honors on campus. Undergraduate research is big for us. When I mentioned our size earlier, we are a majority undergraduate students. So a lot of the research that you would typically find at a top tier research institution does fall down to the sophomores and even the freshmen on campus. One of my students from Arizona a couple years ago actually had to get special permission to move to campus early in order to start research with a faculty member in the College of Engineering. We also have honors-specific study abroad programs. I know that doesn't mean much now since we can't really go anywhere, but we're hoping to get those started back up next spring a little bit, ramping them up into the summer and next fall semester. Our bread and butter for out-of-state students are these next 2 pages. We do have scholarships that require test scores in order to qualify, and we also have scholarships that don't look at test scores in order to qualify. These are the automatic merit-based scholarships. These are based on your highest single ACT or SAT, as well as your highest cumulative weighted GPA. And you can qualify for anywhere from $6,000 up to $28,000 per year with these scholarships. For reference, our out-of-state tuition is just above $30,000 per year. So many students that qualify for these are able to make Alabama incredibly affordable and even comparable to staying in state in some cases. If you haven't had an opportunity to take the test or even didn't do as well as the scholarships on that other page required, you can still qualify for that same range, $6,000 up to $28,000, based on our scholarship application. That GPA up top has to be there. And then our scholarship team does take a look at some of these competitive resume questions. There's an essay component and rank students to make sure that they're getting a great value out of some of these scholarships, able to make Alabama an affordable option. One of the huge benefits of having these 2 separate scholarships amounts is that we will award students the top value that they qualify for. So you're not locked in. If you have submitted a test, you're not out of luck to not qualify for a higher amount. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that we do have sports on campus, 15 NCAA Division I teams. Our football team is doing great right now. Hopefully they continue that trend next week into the weekend, the rest of the season. One huge benefit for us is that students are able to go to games for free, except for football. And football is between $10 and $20 for a student ticket. Like I said, feel free to reach out to me. This QR code here actually takes you to an event registration page specific to this college fair. If you do have any more questions, you can get on our mailing list that way. Or like I said, just send me an email. More than happy to connect with you if you want to visit campus or you have any additional questions about admissions. Thank you, and roll tide.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We will now move on to our representative from University of Louisville.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I am V with the University of Louisville in Kentucky, but I am based in Los Angeles, California, work with students from all Western US. So as you are exploring options and you want to know what it takes to become a University of Louisville Cardinal, I'm here to help. And before I get started with the presentation, I wanted to share with you a fun little video and introduction to what it means to be a Louisville Cardinal. Enjoy.
You walk in here and you don't know where you fit, but there are people from everywhere and everyone's looking. For friends, for fun, for their future. Jock, geek, troublemaker, nerd, blah, blah, blah. Forget your high school labels. Here, you'll live in a diverse world of individuals. The University of Louisville's student body is representative of the state, the country, the entire giant planet. Starting now, you get to define you. No, you've got the R all wrong. With more than 200 majors available, we definitely have your major. Before you graduate, you'll go to more than 1,200 classes. And you'll traverse a park-like campus cultivated with more than 220 years of history. There's also lots of opportunities for internships, co-ops, international study abroad, and research programs to layer your education. U of L is about much more than academics. Explore the things you love. Join a club, volunteer in the community, get active in student government, start a study group for one of your classes. The residence halls are a great place to bond with new friends. Almost everyone loves their first roommate. Almost. But don't roost in your room too long. We've got state-of-the-art workout facilities, a variety of intramural sports, and other fitness clubs that make it easy to stay active. Stop, that R is still not quite right. Back up. Rubbing the toe of the thinker during finals week will bring you good luck on your exams. On the other hand, don't step on the cardinal bird. It's bad luck. Very bad luck. You're leaving the nest to explore new boundaries, but don't be confined by the boundaries of campus. Louisville is a vibrant city full of culture, music, parks, sports, and great food. So get ready to settle in and learn how to throw what you know, because by the time that you leave the University of Louisville, you'll be ready to when you become an insider here, you're ready to make an impact out there.
All right, hope you enjoyed that. So our university began its journey in 1798, so we have more than 200 years of teaching experience, but we now serve as a premier public university in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We're also the fastest to have earned both Carnegie R1 Research Institution and Community Engagement status. And as a public mid-sized institution with around 12,000 undergraduate students, we are a great option for those who want a well-rounded college experience without getting lost in the numbers. So our students enjoy about very small classes at about 26 students on average per class, 14:1 student-professor ratio, and great support services for students in every subject, including higher level engineering, for example, to ensure that you complete your college work in 4 years. We're also very fortunate to have our own medical school, university hospital system, and direct entry into our dentistry school and our 3-3 law school program. So it's the fact that our programs are not impacted. We're also accessible with an international airport only 2 exits away from our campus. We're also very affordable with automatic scholarships. And we did go test optional for both admission and scholarships, and for the flagship programs such as for the engineering and nursing. The business department is expected to make a decision on that as early as this Friday. Our students enjoy a thriving and welcoming campus culture with so many activities, and this is a university where you can definitely have access to the resources that we offer, including opportunities for research as early as freshman year. Aside from the accolades that are listed on this screen, we also are known for many firsts. For example, we are the first university in the country to have a hospital attached to it, first to conduct an artificial heart and hand transplant, first to develop the Gardasil vaccine, and so on and so forth. But beyond traditional research that students can get involved with, we actually also have 4 career centers on our campus, which result in many internships at the U of L, in the city of Louisville, where there's 3 Fortune 500 companies, and around the country and the world. Our engineering co-ops, for example, can also range between $34,000 all the way up to $90,000 during a student's college experience. So there's some good news as far as COVID-19, and I know that good news and COVID-19 kind of don't go one in one, but for us, we are one of only 13 universities across the nation who actually have a laboratory work with the CDC to conduct pandemic research on viral diseases. So there's a breakthrough that's being researched right now, and trials are taking place, and we've been able to utilize that medical expertise in order for us to invite students back to campus. And Louisville is a great city, 109 languages spoken full time, lots of fun opportunities, and world famous activities such as Kentucky Derby. And that's my time, and thank you, and go Cards.
Excellent, thank you so much. We will now pass it on to our representative from the University of Connecticut.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Caitlin, and I'm one of the admission officers at the University of Connecticut. I am responsible for the recruitment and reading and evaluation of applications from many states, including Nevada. So if you do have any questions at all, please let me know in the Q&A. I'll also include my contact info at the end of the presentation as well. So the University of Connecticut is the flagship university for the state of Connecticut. So we are a medium-sized public university with around 24,000 total undergrads across 5 different campuses, and 19,000 of those undergrads are at our main campus, which is located in Storrs, Connecticut. And the University of Connecticut is annually ranked among the top 25 public universities in the nation. This is something that we are extremely proud of, and it's also something that our students take great pride in as well. And as I just mentioned, UConn's campuses are truly spread out throughout the state of Connecticut. Our main campus is located in Storrs, and we do have regional campuses in Hartford, Waterbury, Avery Point, and Stamford. The main campus is conveniently located in the northeastern corner of Connecticut, so we're about an hour and a half away from Boston and about 2.5 hours away from New York City. And at the University of Connecticut, we are invested in providing students with a warm, inclusive, and richly diverse community for all students to thrive. So truly being one community with many cultures, we have more than 90 countries and 40 states represented within our student body. And we also are about 12% of our undergraduate students are international students. And at the University of Connecticut, we have over 115 majors and over 320 minors and concentrations. And all of our majors are housed into 10 different schools and colleges. Our top most selective programs can be found in the School of Business, School of Nursing, and the School of Engineering. We also do have some unique academic opportunities through our special programs in medicine, dental medicine, law, and education, where students have the opportunity to earn both their bachelor's degree and their graduate degree at UConn. But approximately 41% of our student population is enrolled in the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which houses some of our most popular programs, including psychology and biology. And about a quarter of our students come in undecided. So if you aren't 100% sure exactly what you'd like to study, we have a really great set of academic advisors in our ACES program that'll work with you, kind of help figure out what your interests are and how those align to the majors that we offer here. And even though we do have a larger campus population, our student faculty ratio is still 16:1, and our average class size is around 30 to 35 students. So this gives students the opportunity to attend a larger school, but still have that small campus feel within the classroom. And at UConn, our students have a lot of school spirit. Men's and women's basketball games are some of our most popular events on campus, and they are free for students to attend. That also goes for all 24 of our D1 athletic home events. We also have over 700 different clubs and organizations for students to be a part of, including Greek life, a cappella groups, dance groups. We have a skydiving club, 5 different cultural centers, and really so much more. So there is truly something for everyone at UConn. And if we don't have what you're looking for, it's really easy to start your own club as well. And at the university, we do understand the importance of that experiential hands-on learning opportunities in the form of internships, co-ops, shadowing, and more. And every year we have over 700 companies on our campus actively recruiting our students. Our students are also super invested in giving back to their community. Over 1.3 million hours are spent by our students doing exactly that. And we do have over 135 different study abroad opportunities for students to take part in. And students can study abroad when it's convenient for them. We do offer the typical semester-long trips, but we also do offer short-term trips during winter break, spring break, and summer as well. And if you are interested in applying to UConn, we do a holistic review when evaluating your application for admission. So that means we're looking at every single piece of information that you choose to submit. We're not just focusing solely on your academic information, we're also taking into account your extracurricular activities, your personal qualities, and any additional factors that can be seen through your essay and through your letters of recommendation. This holistic review also applies to our merit scholarship and honors consideration as well. And when you apply to UConn, you are automatically considered for those at the time of your application. UConn is also now a test optional institution beginning for students applying into the 2021-2022 academic year. This will continue on through the next 3 admission cycles. And when we say test optional, that's exactly what we mean. So it's up to you to decide whether or not you'd like to submit them, but no student will be disadvantaged, negatively impacted if they choose not to submit. This test optional policy also applies to our merit scholarship and honors consideration as well. And at UConn, we don't have early action or early decision. We have what's called this priority consideration deadline, which is December 1st. So if you're interested in any merit scholarships or honors, I would definitely recommend applying by this date. It is also the deadline for our special programs as well. January 15th is our regular admissions deadline, and we begin to send out all notifications beginning on March 1st. So thank you so much again for joining us this evening. If you are interested in learning more about UConn, I would love to connect with you. So please ask those questions in the Q&A, or you can reach out to me via email. We also have an abundance of virtual experiences on our website, one-on-one chat opportunities, virtual tours, and some on-demand academic presentations as well. So thank you again, and I hope you guys all have a great night.
Thank you so much. And students, feel free to use that Q&A if you do have any questions for our presenters now that we're about midway through. And I'm going to pass it on to our presenter from Penn State University.
Great, thank you so much. Thank you to everybody here for joining all of us this evening. My name is Isabel. I am an admissions counselor as well as the recruiter for the Western region of the United States for Penn State. So Penn State is a great East Coast school. You will experience all 4 seasons here in Pennsylvania. From the center of our state, where our main campus, University Park, is located, we are about 3 to 4 hours away from New York City, from DC, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, and Philadelphia. We are in the Big Ten Conference, so we have Division I sports at our large campus, University Park, and we have Division III sports at our other Commonwealth campuses as well. We have huge school spirit, and we are a large institution with global recognition, so we are able to offer our students lots of options for programs, for campuses, student involvement, research, and entrepreneurial endeavors as well. We are a top 1% world-class university. There's obviously going to be a lot of reasons why we have earned such a high ranking, but we have highlighted just a few of them here. Our top-ranked career services centers really focus on making sure that we're setting our students up for success, not just during their time at Penn State, but for their entire lives and for their careers as well. We have a multitude of study abroad opportunities for our students. We've gotten our Penn Staters on every continent on this globe. And right now our study abroad programs extend to over 50 different countries. We have a 16:1 student to faculty ratio, and we are a Research 1 institution. And we encourage our students to start getting involved in research as early as freshman year, regardless of what their major is. Our 93% retention rate is about 12% higher than the national average, and our 85% graduation rate is about 30% higher than the national average. We're able to offer our students 20 different and distinct campus locations, but we are one university. So we have one application, one transcript, one diploma. Our campus system gives our students the ability to create their ideal Penn State experience based on campus size, location, environment, and cost. We also have a unique 2+2 plan, which allows our students to start almost any of our degree programs at any campus and finish their last 2 years at the ending campus that offers their degree. Because this allows for greater flexibility and options, actually over half of all Penn Staters earn their degree through this really popular 2+2 plan. If you want more information about that, just put it in the Q&A or email me as well. So we have over 275 different academic programs. Penn State is typically most well known for our Smeal College of Business, our College of Engineering, College of Nursing, and College of Science. But we have obviously so much more than that. I really encourage you to visit our undergraduate bulletin here at bulletins.psu.edu, where you can search any program or major that you're interested in, and it will show you which different degree programs we offer, as well as the campuses that offer that degree program, and a wealth of information about each of those individual majors. We also have several really great honors program options, including one of the top public honors colleges in the country, which is our Schreier Honors College. If you want more information about that, let me know in the chat as well. I'll be happy to link you some more information. And we also know that your college years are really a time for you not just to grow as scholars and to prepare you for the workforce, but for you to grow as people as well, to be able to explore all of your different passions, your interests, your hobbies, everything that makes you who you are. And so we really encourage our students to maximize and take advantage of their time at Penn State, to get involved in clubs, organizations, activities. As you can see here, we do have a very, very active and engaged student body at Penn State. As it shows here, over 95% of our students are involved in at least one student club or organization, and they really run the gamut from Greek life, professional societies, clubs just for fun, club sports, almost everything under the sun. We probably already have a club for it. And as far as application requirements, these are all that we will require for a completed Penn State application, keeping in mind as well that we are test optional for this year, possibly for future years as well, but we will officially announce that in the upcoming months. So no essays required, no letters of recommendation, no supplemental material, except for a few very, very select academic programs. And we do have an early action deadline of November 15th, which is non-binding. And finally, sorry, let me backtrack here. One thing in addition that Penn State is really well known for is our alumni network. And that is because we do have the largest living alumni network in the world at over 700,000. Our Penn State alumni are in every corner of the globe, and they are industry leaders and business leaders in every venture and every field. So the important thing for you to know is that you really have a wonderful opportunity to join a huge and successful network of Penn Staters that are really going to be there for you throughout your entire lives, to open doors and give you opportunities for internships, for career advancement, and to get started in the workforce as well. So that being said, I want to thank you for your time. Feel free, and I encourage you to follow us on social media. Here is my email address. If you have any follow-up questions after this evening, I'm always happy to work with you one-on-one with any additional needs you might have. And also, I encourage you to visit our Experience Penn State page here for some really great virtual info sessions, virtual campus tours, virtual student panels, where you can connect with our current students and really get from them what their experience has been at Penn State. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of the fair.
Excellent, thanks so much. We will now move on to our representative from the University of Tampa.
Everyone, my name is Amani Cabbage-Stock. I'm an admissions counselor as well as a proud graduate of the University of Tampa. Just want to apologize in advance. My smoke detector just started beeping. So if you hear beeping in the background, that's what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Alrighty, so the University of Tampa is a medium-sized university. So we have about 9,600 total students. About 1,000 of those students are graduate students and the rest are undergraduate. So not too big, not too small. We are a private school, so same tuition for in-state and out-of-state students. So it's about $42,000 a year for all of our students, including your room and board. But all of our students are automatically considered for a merit-based award. So those are based on your GPA and your test scores. There's no separate application for those. We are also independent, so no religious affiliation, and we are a liberal arts school. So in addition to your field of study, you're going to take a couple of different classes in a couple of different areas. We are NCAA Division II in the Sunshine State Conference. For sports, we have 20 men's and women's varsity teams, but we also have club and intramural sports as well. So if you're interested in getting active, there's tons of ways to do that. So a little bit about academics. We have over 200 areas of study at UT. Just to point out a few, we have the #1 nursing program in the state of Florida with a 97% pass rate on the NCLEX exam on the first try. We have research dummies on campus in our health sciences building. They talk, they bleed, they give birth. So great hands-on experience there. We also have a green screen and a black box for our film communication and journalism students. We have a stock exchange room for our business students where you can actually trade real money. We host entrepreneurship competitions on campus. So no matter your program, we're making sure that you're getting out of the classroom to get that real world experience. We have pre-professional programs. We have programs in the performing arts, so dance, theater, musical theater, but whatever you want to do, we're making sure that you're getting the best education. So 100% of our classes are taught by professors. None of them are taught by teaching assistants. So you get to know them, you'll get to know your classmates. So a little bit about the area of Tampa. This is a photo of our campus here, and we are walking distance from downtown Tampa. So you just walk right across a bridge over the Hillsborough River, and in about 4 minutes, you'll be right in downtown Tampa. But we don't have any major streets going through our university, so we are a close-knit community that way. So you get the city life, but you also get the campus life. We're only about 15 minutes away from the airport, about 30 minutes away from the beaches. So a really great central location. We're right in the middle of Florida. So we're about 3 hours north of Miami, about an hour and a half away from Orlando and Disney World. Beautiful weather in Tampa all year round. Our average temperature is about 72 degrees. We were ranked the #1 best college location, our campus in Florida this past year. So great place to be. There's always something going on in the city of Tampa. We have 3 major sports teams. So we have the Rays, the Bucks, and the Lightning. All of our sports teams are doing really great. The Lightning just won the Stanley Cup, and the Rays are going to the World Series. So that's exciting. But we're very diverse. We have students from all 50 states and 132 different countries. So you won't be the only people coming from out of state. About 80% of our entire student body are from out of state. So you'll meet people from all over. Here we have our application deadline. So we're on the Common App, the Coalition app, and our own UT application. So wherever you would like to apply, no preference, but we do participate in early action. So this is a non-binding agreement. So I do encourage you to get your applications in sooner rather than later, because we are test optional for this upcoming school year. So we're not requiring test scores. Please don't worry about flying to another state to be able to take the SAT or the ACT. It's not that big of a deal for us. We will evaluate your application without the test scores. So here are different deadlines here. All of them are non-binding. So your deposit is fully refundable up until the May 1st national deadline. So if you're interested in learning more about UT, definitely reach out to me. I'm the admissions counselor for the West Coast of the United States. We also have a lot of virtual opportunities. So if you're interested in seeing what our campus looks like, we have virtual info sessions, we have virtual tours, we have major specific information sessions so you can talk to some current students and some professors there. But a ton of things to do at Tampa. We have over 300 clubs and activities for our students to get involved in. So everything ranging from student government to mock trial to the Young Medical Professionals Club. We have about 28 sororities and fraternities here on campus. So we have about 20% of our student body involved in that. So all sorts of ways to get out there and get active. So if you're interested in learning more about UT, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be here in the chat. It was wonderful speaking with you all. And now I'm going to turn it over.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Next up is our representative from Illinois Wesleyan University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nikki Klebeck. I'm the Assistant Director for Regional Admissions with Illinois Wesleyan University. Here at Illinois Wesleyan, we are a small liberal arts school, and we like to ask, who will you be? At Wesleyan, we find that our students really get to pursue all of their passions, and we have this idea as an opportunity to be breakthrough and be more than just a liberal arts school, but kind of breakthrough in lots of different areas on campus. We are, as I said, a small school. We're just about 1,600 students on campus, and we're an only undergraduate university. So what that means for our kids is they get a really wonderful community on campus with amazing mentorship from their faculty, and you get to kind of do more. Since we don't have a grad school, our students get opportunities that maybe grad students would normally get, but we get to give that to our kids as, instead. However, we are located in a big college town. We're only about 2 miles away from Illinois State University. So with 22,000 other students right next door, we kind of get the best of both worlds at our campus with that, once again, amazing community on campus, but access to everything you would want as part of a big college city, which is why we're actually ranked the 3rd best small college town in the country. So I really loved it when I was a college student at Wesleyan, and I think that our students do as well. Now, another breakthrough idea at our school is, once again, breaking through the norm of that liberal arts experience, where liberal arts is absolutely something that's incredibly important to our school. However, the biggest major on campus is actually business. We have some amazing programs in our College of Fine Arts and actually a direct entry School of Nursing program as well. Delving a little bit more into that, we have some amazing programs in environmental studies, sociology, political science. We actually offer a free and fully paid for internship to go study abroad in a country in Asia for the summer. Once again, it's completely free and we pay you to do it. So that's pretty amazing for our students. But outside of that, as I did mention, we are very, very well known for the sciences. Yes, we do have a strong nursing program, but also pretty incredible pre-health programs. We're one of the only small schools in the country that has a dog behavior lab where we bring dogs from the community onto our campus and do behavioral work with them. And once again, as a small school, it is unique that we have some engineering pathways at our university, where one of our faculty actually studies reactions in outer space through her astrochemistry lab. So some pretty neat stuff. As I mentioned before, we do have a really strong fine arts program. We're ranked 7th in the nation for musical theater and 11th in the nation for design and tech and theater. So whether you're into sociology and political science, or you want to go a pre-health route, or just love science for science's sake, we also really do find places for fine arts students as well. And we see that students kind of bridge across different gaps. I guess business is the biggest major on campus because State Farm Insurance Company was founded in our city at what's called Bloomington Normal, or BLONO for short. So students really get that opportunity to land that major internship or job in business, marketing, finance. We actually have a 100% job placement rate in accounting on campus, and our students find a home in that field at Illinois Wesleyan as well. What all students can do on campus is actually experience their own research and pursue their own independent projects at Wesleyan, and actually present that professionally on our campus if you want to. We are one of the top 3 programs for hands-on learning. But what I really love to focus is that our campus is very interdisciplinary. So if you are a fine arts kid who's interested in music, but also really loves the sciences, if you want to pursue dance, but also history and everything in between, this is a place for you to absolutely do that and pursue all of your passions. Now, we also bridge the gap between our campus community to Bloomington itself and to the broader community. We have a section on campus, or an area on campus called the Action Research Center, or ARC for short. And ARC's job is to take our students' wonderful passions and talents and actually find a place for them in the community to help other people, and to make our community a little bit better, and be able to actually take those things they're learning in the classroom and do something with it. So it's pretty amazing to see. One of my favorite things to mention about our students is one of our students actually started a tool library one year with Action Research Center's help. So students people in the community could not only rent books, but also tools themselves to help build their homes and remodify their homes if they wanted to. Now on campus, we talk about making sure that all of our students have a place to call home here. And that happens even before they come to campus. So all of our students from marginalized communities, whether it's students of color or from different marginalized groups, they actually can come to our pre-orientation and have those difficult conversations and start learning about how to get those support systems on campus before they even start classes. Academically, we have something called the 3D series, where we present and have different faculty and professionals come talk about and have difficult dialogue with our students as well. We actually have an internship for all of our students of color during the summer that's paid if you want to experience that too. But outside of that, we do a lot to support our different students to, once again, find that community and home with like-minded people. We have a very large Pride community that supports our queer students. We also have an amazing and a ton of different groups with that support different cultural and ethnic identities as well. So we know that no campus is free of discrimination, but I think we definitely are here to listen and learn and talk to our students about what really matters. Now, on top of that, I think that our students really find an amazing support system at Wesleyan. One of our past presidents always used to say, and it's kind of continued as a theme on our campus, is to not only do well for your future, but do good for the world. We're technically ranked 7th in the nation for job placement. So our students really, really find that they can thrive in their major, but also in helping people as well. So thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much. We do have just a few minutes left here. So I am going to ask our presenters to come on back, and we will have about maybe 30 to 45 seconds per person. Students, please feel free, if you have any questions that have come up now that everyone has presented, we have some time for you to put those questions down in the Q&A for our folks to answer. But for each of our presenters in that same order we went, maybe one last thing that you wish you would have mentioned in your 6 minutes, or maybe a campus tradition or something that's kind of fun that you want everyone to know before we end this evening. So we'll start with the University of Alabama.
Oh man, something I missed. I actually felt I did a pretty good job in only 6 minutes. No, one of my favorite aspects about the University of Alabama is going to be that hands-on nature. A lot of our programs not only offer their own internship placement opportunities, but also their own career centers on campus. For us, college is hopefully a great 4 years of your life. If you're me, it's a great 6 years of your life. We are willing to be flexible with students as they're going through the process, as they change their programs, as they look for additional opportunities, or maybe as they have to take time off and then come back. But no matter what, we want to make sure that we're supporting students for that next step beyond college with our awesome career placement, internships, and research opportunities.
All right, and University of Louisville.
All right. So one thing that's really exciting on our campus that's really cool for students to get involved with is our dance marathon. Now, who doesn't like a fun dance party? So dance marathon that happens on our campus called Raise Red actually is a fundraiser for pediatric cancer research. And not only do students have a good time dancing around with friends for many, many hours, they also raise quite a bit of money. So last year, they actually broke a record and raised close to $700,000 for pediatric cancer research. So that's something that we are very proud of, and we're proud of our Cardinals for doing something good in the world.
And UConn.
Yeah, so a fun fact about UConn is that we actually have our own dairy bar at UConn. We make our own ice cream. We have a farm animals, farm facilities. And yeah, the ice cream is fantastic. I am a huge ice cream fan, love Ben & Jerry's, but UConn's ice cream is definitely top notch. So I always encourage students, if they ever get to come and visit UConn, you definitely have to visit the dairy bar when you're here. So we do have a big tradition. Every semester we have a big event called 1 Ton Sunday, where our dairy bar comes to the student union. They bring gallons of ice cream. Students can grab a pail and a shovel, and they can fill their buckets with as much ice cream toppings as they want. It's right before finals, so it's perfect timing for a lot of our students. So yeah, that would be one of our cool UConn traditions.
And Penn State.
I swear I'm not doing this on purpose, but mine is also going to be ice cream related.
I know Penn State as well, so I'm just asking.
We have the Berkey Creamery on our University Park campus. It's world famous, I'm sure, just as good as the ice cream there at UConn. And speaking of Ben & Jerry's, so a fun story about our ice creamery is that Ben & Jerry actually took a correspondence course from the Penn State Ice Creamery right before they launched Ben & Jerry's. So they learned how to make ice cream at Penn State. So you have lots of great ice cream options from our schools here.
Oh, that's funny. And University of Tampa.
Sure. So my favorite thing about UT is definitely the location. I touched on it a little bit about everything that's close by, but not just for fun things, but we're really easy access for internships and research as well. So we have our marine science field station. We have 4 boats that students can go out on. We're right on the Gulf of Mexico. There's an FBI field office right in downtown Tampa. So you can get that over with. And then if you wanted to go to a national park and go kayaking or something like that, everything is really close by to campus.
And Illinois Wesleyan.
Thanks. Yeah. I'd say my favorite kind of unique part of campus is we actually have a really religiously diverse community, which is kind of unique for a small school. And it's fun. If you identify as Buddhist or Hindu or Muslim or Jewish, it's not the setup for a joke. It's actually, we have a really large interfaith community. So we bring in people from lots of different religious or non-religious backgrounds to have conversation. It's called religiosity. The tea is emphasized at the end because we actually have coffee and tea in the basement of our chapel, which is now a multi-faith meditation space. for students to have really fun dialogue and also like community and just interesting conversation about different topics. And I don't know, really unique and fun. And I think that whether you ever expected to have those types of conversations walking into college, they end up kind of percolating into your experience on our campus. So it's fun.
Excellent. Thanks so much. Well, we are reaching the end of our time here for our session. Thank you so much to our presenters for joining us this evening, students. When you click out of the webinar, there is just a quick 4-question survey. If you could please answer that for us, it helps for future programming. And again, please sign up for more sessions with the Reno College Fair happening this evening. And this recording will be available in a few days on this same website where you registered for the event. So thanks everyone for joining us this evening, and have a good night. Bye.